And welcome back to SpiffyNeedleGeeks discussing the Steven Universe Summer Marathon. It is Brawl Fan 1, Supersonic 407, and Rush at 2 Rises. We are on Beach City Drift, and we're definitely introduced to another character that we know has no redemption, because Steven immediately hates him. For good reason, though. Good reason.
Very good reason.
I actually forgot all about this character until I watched on Kiss Cartoon with BJ, and you know, he comes back, and I'm like, who is this guy again? I completely forgot about him until BJ brought him back up, and I was like, oh, it's that prick.
Yeah, for those of you who also forgot and don't know who Danny are alluding to, she's alluding to Kevin. The guy who made Steven and Connie, when they were Stevani, very uncomfortable at the dance, and pretty much was just trying to force them to dance without their consent, and was just being overall creepy.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, this whole episode, really, I think this whole episode actually was just another playoff on the idea of just how dangerous fusion can be, I believe. Because, we already saw, how horrible it can be with Malachite. That was a fusion made entirely of hate. And, this episode, Steven and Connie, they fuse back into Stevani so they can try to beat Kevin at their own game, because they both really hate him for what they did to them. But, they fused with the sole intent of beating him for pure revenge, and look what happened to them as a result.
Yeah. Well, it's like that in this episode was just a massive homage to Initial D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that was missing was the freaking Eurobeat music. If they had the same Eurobeat music that Initial D have, I'd be fucking golden. Because granted, I don't watch a whole lot of anime anymore just because I don't have the time, but even back when I was watching anime all the time, if there was one genre I really don't care all that much for, it's sports anime. But there's a small handful of sports anime that I've seen that I enjoyed, and Initial D was one of them.
Yeah.
I never expected to get into an anime that's all about drift car racing, but Initial D made it fun.
Running in the 90s.
Yeah, so and you're seeing, when you see this race between Stevani and Kevin, I swear, some of the shots are lifted straight from Initial D, and it's this isn't the first time that the Crewniverse has done this. It was I think way back when, during season 1, when Pearl was fighting Hollow Pearl and she got poofed and everything. Yeah, several of the shots of her sword fight against the Hollow Pearl lifted straight from Revolutionary Girl Utena.
Fun little inspirations, yes. But,
yeah.
As for this episode as a whole, it definitely gives a very big moral to the idea that, no matter how much someone may get on your nerves, no matter how a bad person somebody is, there's a time and a place, and there's really no reason to even give him the time of the day. All of Kevin's fuel was because Stevani wouldn't let go of him, and the moment she stopped even appeasing him, was when he started to fall. Even though he won the race, he didn't morally win it.
Yeah, no. Pretty much.
And I'm laughing too because my girlfriend and I were talking about this episode after we watched it, and she's so hoping that Kevin just starts periodically showing up in episodes trying to shit talk people, but just gets caught in the crossfire of things. Because no one gives a shit about it. Everyone just keeps ignoring him, and he gets really just frustrated the whole time.
Yeah.
She just wants one episode where he comes in during a gem thing, and Garnet just deadpan picks him up and just and walks away and just places him somewhere else and just walks back.
Because Garnet would. But yeah, it's I think suffice it to say, this will not be the last time we see Kevin, but it's Lord knows when we'll see him, because it's I said, it had been so long since we'd seen him that it was I completely forgot that this guy existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was what was it? Stevani, when Stevani was first formed. That was all the way back in season 1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And this is season 3.
And he
came back.
And this is like our first true time of really fully seeing Stevonnie again for a while. Because like she showed up briefly in that one episode where like Greg talked about, his and Rose's first ordeal when they accidentally fused in front of Greg, which may I say was still probably one of my favorite scenes in the entirety of the series. Because Greg's expression when he saw them fuse was like the ultimate ideal image of internal screaming. But like anyway, like. This is where we truly got to see Stevonnie again, and it's like, I think this episode also does help establish that Connie and Steven really are getting more used to fusing.
Yeah.
Which it will be important for later on, trust me. But the episode overall, I think really a lot of this episode's charm came more from the little stuff. Like, I think one of my favorite jokes in this episode, though, was, like, at the beginning, where, like, we first saw Kevin when he drove up to Greg's car wash to get a wash, and then drove off without paying, and Greg was like, wait, you forgot to pay! Oh, who do I care? I'm rich. I was fucking cracking up at that, like.
It's like, yeah. God damn it, Greg.
Like.
Sorry.
And then even like the more subtle things were like, Kevin beats Jenny at the race, and he's just like gloating about it. It's like, oh, who else wants to race me? And Ronaldo sitting there with his little scooter, like slowly just like hides the scooter behind him. Like, really?
Yeah, like you really had a chance with that fucking scooter. God damn it.
God. I kind of have to wonder though, where the fuck are the Beach City police? Team is drag racing out here.
Someone could have driven off the cliff and died, or drowned in the ocean.
Come to think of it, we never have seen police in this series, have we?
Mayor, have you even hired any law enforcement in Beach City?
Like the closest thing we've seen to law enforcement is the security that Mayor Dewey has, and even they fucking bail out at the first sign of danger.
Oh my god, a t-shirt launcher, run!
They fucking bail and they let Mayor Dewey get hit. What the fuck? Anyway.
Oh my god.
I guess overall, this was another episode that definitely strengthened Steven and Connie's relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with getting more into Stevonnie in general.
Hell yeah. But I think this also does define, Steven and Connie a little better as characters as well, because not necessarily as, but we get a better glimpse of their personality, and based on, despite how cute they are together, and how we all want them to be together when they grow up, it's like, I also find it interesting just how opposite they are. And we see a lot of this more subtly, earlier on too. Steven's growing up in a lot more carefree lifestyle, but as such, it's harder for him to lie. It's very obvious when he's lying. Whereas Connie, who's grown up in a more strict household, she's actually a lot better at lying because she's better at hiding stuff from her strict parents. And even that's shown here in this episode with Kevin. Because they're both, they both experienced the same amount of discomfort from Kevin back when they were first Stevonnie. And they both showed the same amount of aggression and rage towards him, but they both showed it visually different. Steven was very visually angry with Kevin. He wanted to rip this guy apart. Whereas Connie, she really didn't show it. She said it herself. She's angry on the inside, but she just didn't look angry.
Yeah.
Connie's better at hiding her emotions than Steven is.
Well, even in that episode when Stevonnie was first formed and everything, it was like, there was a moment where, you can see, Connie's, social anxiety was coming through and everything. And then when Kevin showed up and you hear Stevonnie basically go, for the record, I am not your baby. It was like, yeah, that was clearly Steven coming through.
It's like... It's... I don't know. You guys have any final thoughts? I really don't have anything else to add.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up, really.
Alrighty, well, in that case, so join us next time as we go over Restaurant Wars. Oh, this is a good one. We'll see you then.
Oh, shit.